being in the fintech space, which obviously is kind of new and modern, it's been growing over the last 5 to 10 years. But you're also dabbling in a space, in the community banking space, credit union space. So as you talk about modern software and bringing those industries into the modern era, like what do you think is the biggest challenge for a lot of people you see on the digital transformation side of things?
That's a really good question. I think the thing that community institutions struggle with most is the mindset that they've been conditioned to have over the last 25 years since really the internet was invented, right? Like I give this speech where I show this group of executives who are standing behind a guy signing a pen for signing a contract, right? And it's like, and then I contrast that with 40 years later, a photo of me standing behind my CEO signing a contract for a big product, right? And it's like how we have bought services over the last 25 or 40 years has been ingrained in all of their processes, right? It's been ingrained in the way we think about solutions. So with modern technologies, the ability to do iterative development, product management, test-driven development, like you're talking about, that's such a foreign idea because it's like pass fail, right? Either I buy the service today and I've requiremented it out of the galaxy, or requiremented it to its fullest extent, and now I know exactly what I'm going to get. But now I'm locked into that for the next 5 or 10 years. The hardest part in our world has been to help people understand there's other options, right? There's options that allow you to roll out software with partners that you work with to take iterative developments, right? To move away from waterfall and move to agile, right? When I was the CIO at and so I've not always been so enlightened. Okay, when I was the CIO at a credit union, I actually used to tell people, "Oh, agile just means you don't want to do the requirements document." Right? Right? Because it was so great. Like, that's how software is built. You don't want to do the requirements document, so you're going to call it agile, right? Well, now we understand with the types of technology, the types of rollouts we can do, blue-green rollouts, right, and cloud-based services, agile is the way to go. And we have to do a lot of work helping to break down the thinking about that. Is that something you've run into in your career as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a great insight that like agile has evolved in a great way for the software industry. It's still mostly internal to the organization. I think the best organizations make it external as well. But I think that's an area, especially for like the community institution space and credit union space, is great. Like you have to not only be agile internally to your organization, you have to be able to ship agile features and value to your customers daily and weekly. There's such a kind of an uncertainty around it or a concern, but it's just stopping innovation and it's stopping value from your software.
Right.
I think your customers will love seeing new features every day and every week. There's ways to do it and you have to do it correctly, but they will value you as an institution for giving them new and better features all the time.
Yep. And oh, by the way, not all of them are going to be better. Sometimes you're going to do it, be like, whoa, shouldn't do that again. That was a misstep. And that's okay. And that's part of the agile process. That's why you're doing test-driven development, right? You can put things out and be like, yeah, that didn't hit. So we're not going to do that again. We're going to try something else. But the ability to learn, the ability to move quickly is what really is the profile now of the largest providers who are winning market who are winning market space, right? Who are winning kind of that competition. Like when you look at what does Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chime, SoFi do well? They do iterative development, iterative product management, rolling out new features and functions. And then if they don't work, you pull them back, right?
Yep.
But people like the idea, to your point earlier, it builds trust when somebody says, hey, they're working on this, they're making it better, I'm seeing value in it, I'm seeing new features and functions. I think that was a really great insight on your part. I believe being able to move from a pure waterfall methodology of thinking and moving to agile will be the difference in making the most out of community-based institutions. Because if they cannot start being more agile, they're going to go extinct. They're not going to be able to keep up with those who can, and they're going to go extinct. So I really do think it's a really important lesson for them all to learn.
Absolutely. I'm with you.